During today's session, I'll kick things off by providing an overview of DX and analytics. Simon will then provide a Unica Discover deep dive, and we'll wrap it up with a Q&A session. Next chart, please. Next chart, please. So at its essence, HCL DX is a digital experience platform that digitizes business processes securely at scale, faster, with a reduced total cost of ownership that ultimately organizations use to run their businesses. This is why the tagline for HCL DX is trusted for business critical experiences, because organizations use DX to power their most mission critical digital interactions. The HCL DX platform makes it easy for marketers and developers to create, manage, and deliver business critical digital experiences to all of your organizational stakeholders, including customers, employees, and partners. When you consider that DX powers delivery of an organization's business critical digital experiences, developing an informed understanding of the effectiveness of those experiences and achieving business results is critical. As a result, organizations need actionable insights into those experiences to improve their conversion rates. Next chart, please. With this release, one of our goals was to provide content marketers with actionable insights to improve conversions up to 85%. To provide behavioral insights, we integrated DX with Unica Discover. Unica Discover provides DX content marketers with deep insights into the actual experience from the customer's perspective to identify exactly where conversion process abandonment is occurring. By illuminating precisely where and why friction is driving abandonment, content marketers can in turn optimize the experience to increase conversion rates and achieve desired business results. DX now includes package integration with Unica Discover, which accelerates time to value and reduces integration costs. And at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Simon to provide a deep dive on Unica Discover to explain how Discover can benefit your organization.
Thank you, Jason. So today I'm going to talk to you about the capabilities of our recently launched product, Unica Discover. So what is Unica Discover? It's a product which will give deep behavioral insights into the online user experience and journey. It will help resolve customer struggle, understand customers better from a behavior point of view, and help with identifying the business impact and opportunities presented within those user experiences. So it's about identifying pain points, in-session messaging, and helping to activate things like marketing recovery campaigns. The ability to capture and analyze behavioral data to improve user experience, deliver engagement analytics, and all of that helps to lead to improved online conversion. Also, where applicable, leveraging user shopping data to detect customer behavior changes, reveal those revenue enhancement opportunities, and understand the true business impact of your user experience. So why have we built this product and why are we focusing on that user experience? Well, we know that customers and users demand more. Everybody wants things faster. We want to have items delivered to them tomorrow. And this helps to reduce people's patience overall as part of those journeys that they're taking. And this is reflected in the market analysis that's done. And I've picked a few key ones here that are relevant. So 79% of digital experience professionals rate the customer experience they provide as very or extremely high priority. And my personal belief is that should really be higher because there's 21% of those respondents who don't rate it that highly. 90% of those same professionals admit that they lack the deep insights into why users are doing the things they do within those experiences. And then, of course, personalization, getting those users relevant products or information, customizing their experience to them. 44% of those will become repeat customers, repeat buyers. If that experience is made to feel specific to them, if you're helping them find what they want more quickly. And the same report actually talks about users being willing to give up a certain level of personal data in order to get that personalization and to get those items quicker. So how do we address those items? Well, the core features of Unica Discover are visualizing the user experience through session replay, usability insights, that's heat maps, link analytics, form analytics, and more. Business impact analytics, so it's identifying business opportunities and the impact. Through the advanced search that we have, which is fast, flexible, allows you to very quickly search all of that indexed data that we capture. And struggle identification. This is the real bread and butter. So that's helping you find what's happening, where it's happening, and more importantly, why something has happened, so that you can understand the experience and see who else it's impacted. And then the ability to identify and address user struggle in real time or through a batch data export to any third-party system. So the starting point is search and replay. So capturing user sessions into a system is all well and good, but you need to be able to see the wood from the trees. If you're capturing hundreds of thousands of sessions per day or maybe more, how do you find the ones which are most important? How do you find the ones that are the most key that you need to be looking at? So utilizing that powerful text and event-based search, you can quickly find the session or sessions you're looking for. This could be a very simple search by something like a booking reference, order number, or email address. Or it could be a more complex combination of multiple values and events. The search results that you then receive offer flexibility in displaying that resulting data to help you narrow down what you want to see, allowing for filtering, multiple results templates, so that you can quickly switch between things like customer data template or an email campaign template or a technical information template. Each of those templates is fully customizable, and you can populate that with any of the information or any of the data that's captured into the system. Once you find a session that you want to view, you then have that replay capability where you can step into that user's world, understand the journey that they've taken and the experience that they've received, and see what they saw and how they interacted with your site. We then have struggle identification. And generally, there are two main types of struggle. There's the known struggle and unknown. Known struggle is what you're aware of, and you can set up and proactively monitor. That's things like you may be, you've got forms with client-side errors on. You know those happen, so you can set up to monitor those. But quite often there's unknown struggle. And that unknown struggle could be in the form of error messages that you don't know, or it could be things like repeated processes. So ultimately, what you're trying to do is turn that unknown struggle into known struggle and continually repeat that process. You can then also measure the impact that those struggles have had on the customer experience, and where applicable, any impact on revenue. Struggle can be identified in various ways. It could be manual replay of sessions. It could be identifying repeated processes or pages. It could be application errors, form validation errors, or any combination of these and more. You also have the ability to generate a user experience score to help you quickly identify sessions which need to be followed up on. So again, you have the search, but you could also generate a score that you can either search on or display in the search results to help you find those sessions which are of most interest. So then coming back to those hundreds of thousands of sessions, it's another tool in your arsenal to be able to find the ones you need to be looking at. And you can then use that as a business KPI to monitor things like new site launches, marketing campaigns, or any other traffic generating campaigns. And then all of this gives the business the ability to make decisions based on fact. So you're not estimating, you're using the actual data that's within the system. That brings us on to the flexible reporting suite. This allows you to visualize simple data, such as the number of sessions being recorded, through to more complex business impact reports, which could be based on multiple segments. Being able to extract or use basket order values directly into reports means that you're able to use real data for impact analysis rather than an average or an estimate. And this is important. So if you're looking at a problem impacting a high value customer or high value customers, for example, you're using the true impact values. You're not using an average which might be lower. And the flip side could be that the average could be higher. You could be putting too much emphasis on an issue when actually it shouldn't be the priority. And then with anomaly detection, you then have the ability to visualize and alert on key metrics when they deviate from their norm. This helps to identify changes as they happen and to help reduce any potential impacts on the business. Usability Insights provides a kind of a visual tool set within the product to increase customer engagement and conversion. So it contains a number of smaller tools, which are heat maps. So that's allowing you to see what content is being interacted with on your application. Click analytics, where you can explore clicks and hovers based on customer behaviors. Form analytics allows you to pinpoint and understand form drop-offs. So think conversion funnel, but more specific, more granular. Attention maps show where customers are spending most of their time. And then accessibility identifies where sites are potentially not following published accessibility guidelines. And in many of these reports, you are able to drill down and find the specific sessions which undertook these actions. So for example, in the click analytics, you can zone in on a specific image and you can see which sessions, which users have interacted with that image. This is useful for finding where users are expecting something to have an action, for example, when it doesn't, and you can find that segment of users. And then using all of this information, which is captured, processed, and stored by Unica Discover, you can then start to enrich other systems. So be it CRM, CDP, or directly into outbound marketing and personalization platforms through real-time export, where as an event occurs, data is passed out to a web service or a third-party system, or it can be done through batch data exports on an hourly or daily basis. Full control and flexibility on the data that is output to each system is available. So that means it can be customized to requirements and needs, whilst maintaining that any customer identifiable data is only sent out if required. So you have full control over what data is captured into the system, but also what data is passed out. So in terms of the value proposition, there's a number of areas. We've touched on a couple of them already. The primary area of interest for most industries and businesses is struggle detection. So obviously we offer the user the ability to review clients' journeys across their web and mobile website and proactively identify issues. This allows a user to understand the scale or value of an issue in their site, where previously they were reliant on clients to point out those imperfections. Customer service and call center. So if a client is on a website and can't perform an action, so add to cart, checkout, login, they have a couple of options depending on the site. They could abandon, go elsewhere. They could search out a number and call, or use the online chat to complete the activity. The call in the chat would go through to a contact center, and the agent may exchange pleasantries, starts asking what the issue is, and the client would go through their journey step by step. So using this tool, that call center or customer service representative will be able to very quickly find that person's session, and get to the problem sooner rather than having to work through that chat to understand the issue. So the benefit there is obviously that you're reducing the call handling times, which again improves the overall experience for the customer. Similar for fraud and dispute resolution, being able to see what a customer's done and recall that, so that when they say they have or have not agreed to terms and conditions, or they didn't take a specific action, you can use the tool to see what that customer's done, and then to resolve that issue. Usability and UX improvement, as we talked about, using with those usability insights, is to help increase the customer satisfaction, design frictionless journeys. Voice of customer, very similar, helping to increase that customer satisfaction, capturing what customers think and being able to tie that back to a specific session. So if somebody has submitted something saying they've had a really poor experience, awful experience, you will be able to find that session and review it and understand what happened. So the core benefits of utilizing Unica Discover with HCL Digital Experience are really about increasing conversion rates, identifying business impact and opportunities, and quantifying those where applicable, gaining that true visibility into the user experience and understanding those users' journeys, helping to reduce call handling times through shadow browsing or being able to quickly identify issues. And through a combination of all of the above and changes that may as a result be made in the experience, business processes, being able to provide a more frictionless experience, end-to-end experience, leading to an increase in user satisfaction, brand recognition, and retention. So that brings me to the end of the introduction, an overview of Unica Discover. And yeah, I guess we now open up to if there's any questions.
No questions here in the Q&A or chat. Feel free to enter.
Okay, it seems like we have no questions from the audience. Thank you very much, Simon. I just want to thank everyone for joining us today. As we mentioned during the session opening, you'll get a replay of the session sometime next week. Please don't forget to sign up for our monthly newsletter to get the latest information about upcoming events and our new product capabilities. And if you look in the chat section of the panel here on the side, please use the link on the screen to submit your questions to the Meet the Developer session. That will close out the event, and that's coming up at 12:30 Eastern today. Again, thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the conference.